This is my presentation. So, Spanish. A lot of students all around the world study a second language when they are a child. In Macau, people study Portuguese or English, but I'm from the United States, so I studied Spanish. And I started studying Spanish when I was 6 years old. I didn't like learning it. When I was a child, I hated learning Spanish because I felt like it wasn't useful in my life at all. I lived in America, so we spoke English, and I never needed to use Spanish. But people told me that there are many people all around the world that do speak Spanish. My teacher had this map in her room. So people spoke Spanish, people speak Spanish in Spain, and then a lot of countries here, like Mexico, and I think this is Argentina, maybe this is Argentina, but all of the green countries, 1, 2, 3, 4, a lot of countries have people that speak Spanish. And actually, more than 400 million people in the world speak Spanish. But when I was a child, I did not think that I would need to use Spanish. I studied this language for over 10 years in my primary and secondary school. And I was really bored, like this child right here, that is not me, because I didn't ever use it and I didn't think I would like it. But then, when I was 17 years old, in my high school, I went to a country called Ecuador. Ecuador is right here. I'm from America, which is up there. And in Ecuador, they speak Spanish. So it was the first time I actually needed to use the new language. I was there to help a doctor, an eye doctor, in a small city that didn't have an eye doctor. And in that city, people did not speak English. So I had to quickly learn how to speak Spanish because I was so lazy in my secondary school and I never really learned how to speak Spanish. There were a lot of children in the city, and even though my Spanish wasn't great, I played with the children and I became friends with some of the children. This one right here, his name is Andy. That is me in 2011. So after I went to Ecuador, I came home and I wanted to learn how to speak Spanish so I could talk to my new friends. So I was in high school and I spent a year working very hard to study Spanish. And then the next year, I came back to Ecuador and met my friend again. He was 1 year older and so was I. And we became very close because I could speak Spanish. So, yeah, I learned Spanish and it was great. And we became very good friends. So I learned that after everything, that learning new languages is important because it helps you become friends with people around the world. And I think this is a very good lesson. And yeah, other people agree with me too, like this man. Okay, thank you, I'm finished.